in terms of this swing, the right-hand one is completely a drill. Okay, it's not how you're going to play golf, obviously, going forward. Okay, some guys go, well, I hit the ball well from now, why can't I hit the ball in that position? But as we know, from different lies and everything else is going to be different. Okay, as we swing this golf club now on the right, again, a little bit more width setup we did discuss about. From here now, the feeling is you're going to move onto that left side, so you're kind of covering the golf ball. So at least here now, if the ball was kind of there, you're nice sort of on top of the golf ball, striking your hand and head of the golf ball, lovely. Okay, if we look at this one here now, as we lean back, you can see as you come into it, you're leaning back a little bit there. So your head now is behind the golf ball by your right foot. I mean, that's where the green line is there. So you've moved it that much. It probably feels to you in actual fact about 2 foot in terms of the change, because you're moving a long way, you're moving to reach this golf ball that's, I don't know, whatever that was there,
it didn't feel
12 inches in front of your left foot.
It didn't feel...
It felt comfortable.
Yeah.
The good thing with a lot of these drills is they sometimes feel a bit strange, but because they're how the body wants to move, they kind of go, well, hang on, that feels more natural because that's what I want to do. The last thing you want is your body going this way, your arms going that way, your knees going, where do we go? Do we go with the legs, do we go with the arms, whatever. So you're always moving one way or t'other. So the more we can sync the swing up, and this is the phrase we get time and time again, when I swing it slower, the ball goes further. When I slow the swing down, I get more distance. What you're feeling when you get more distance is a more effective swing with arms and body and club together, as opposed to that. If your body's leaning back and your arms are going that way, there's going to be a dispersion between speed that way and direction. So it's always going to feel very, very strange. So the more we can get your body moving to the left, get that strike down, so you want to be trying to bottom the club out. And again, another simple drill you can do is get yourself set up to the normal golf ball position there, and put maybe a T-peg as there is there, and a T-peg to the side down. Okay, right, I'm going to focus on, even with no ball to start with, perhaps, I mean, Sanathan's great because you've got grass, haven't you? You could put 2 sticks on the ground or 2 T-pegs, just set up in between those 2 tees and just try to make a divot left of that mark and stuff. So you exactly, or nearer the target, exactly. So near the target line, so you can get that feeling of how your body wants to go. So it's kind of more a feel-based drill. Some people, that's okay, right, I'll just see that and copy it. I think the way you seem to practice, the ways you like to tinker with things, if you're tinkering and not really looking much online, which you said you weren't, you're probably just feeling different moves, aren't you? Okay, what if I do this? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? So if I do that on my knee, if I move the ball back here and stuff, but maybe not knowing why or what you're doing when you tinker. And if you tinker more than one thing, which one of those 2 things or more things have you done has improved the ball flight? If we're guessing, it could be 3 things, it could be that, or is it a combination of all 3? So if we can minimise the thought, create it more feel-based for you, get that chest, we said, moving left a little bit more as opposed to back and underneath. The more, and I think long-term, the more you end up curving this way, the more pressure on the lower back when you finish, because if you've got to try and do this and then really come to at the end, you might find a bit of balance being a bit of an issue. Some of your 8-iron shots in the first place, you sort of hit them when you were sort of, and then sort of just overbalancing a little bit, which is obviously a sign that your arms and body aren't working in sync as well as they could do, okay? But just summarise that, set up, as we said, just gives a little bit more distance. Try to go through a sequence that involves club first, grip with both hands, not just the left, which is your dominant hand, and then setting your feet. Make sure both hands are on the club, because after all, the right hand has to go further than the left hand, and then set your feet around that. So you are setting your feet at a distance of comfort, not just where you think, and then just presenting the golf club to the golf ball as where you've got to go. Okay? Does that kind of all make sense in that sort of...
I'd say so.
Yeah, good, okay.